Welcome to the My Creative Days podcast, where we will talk about all things DIY, home decor, decorating tips, and creating a beautiful home on a budget. I am hoping our time together will spark a creative idea, help you plan your next DIY, or inspire you to finally tackle that project you keep putting off. Grab your favorite cup of motivation and let's chat. Welcome back to the podcast. Today I'm going to talk about another one of the mini courses that I offer and created for furniture flippers. So if this is your first podcast, you have heard about this. I have created a large course for furniture flippers, but then I also created these mini courses if they are specific topics that furniture flippers want to learn more about, want to learn how to do, if there's just like certain topics they want to kind of hone in on, or just, they really want to concentrate on. So I created these mini courses for furniture flippers who are looking for those kinds of things. I know I have a huge audience for flipping furniture here on the podcast, on my website, on social media. So I wanted to make sure I created these courses, and I wanted to make sure that I shared them here, because if you don't follow me, on social media or haven't seen my website, you may not know that I offer these things. So I thought that I would take some time and dedicate some episodes to these mini courses. Like I said, I do have an entire course, from A to Z on furniture flipping and growing a business, and, and I include everything inside that large course. I'm talking about each of the mini courses. I also offer here on the podcast as well. And then I do have a private community for furniture flippers where I am coaching them monthly on their businesses and helping them, just navigate the business and how to grow it, how to monetize it, how to make more money in it. We go over a lot of things inside that private community. So if you are listening to this mini course episode and the larger course or the private community is something you want to get more information about, please email me, lindsay@mycreativedays.com. Reach out to me on Instagram @mycreativedays. I would be happy to answer any questions that you have or give you more information about those as well. Same with these mini courses. So if you're listening to these podcasts and you're wondering, is that mini course for me? Like, I'm at this stage, I'm wondering if I need to do this, like, which mini course should I take? Where should I go? If you have any of those kind of questions as well about these mini courses, please reach out to me. I want to help you. That is my goal. That's why I'm doing all of these things. So don't be shy about it. No question is too big or small. Reach out to me, email or Instagram, and I would be happy to answer them. So each of these mini courses, they, like I said, they talk about one specific topic in flipping furniture. We are giving the podcast listeners an exclusive coupon code that you can use to save on any of these mini courses. So make sure you check out the show notes. And again, if you know anybody that could use this information, may want to take one of these mini courses, please share this podcast with them. I want to get in front of as many people that we can, help as many furniture flippers as we can. So thank you in advance for doing that. I really, really, really appreciate it. So today, the mini course that I'm going to talk about is called the staging process. This is one of my favorite topics to talk about, and one of my favorite processes of the furniture flipping world or process, I guess. It's the staging. You get to decorate, and any chance that I get to decorate, I'm excited about it. So the staging process is something that I see a lot of furniture flippers overlook. They don't take serious. They don't think it'll make a difference. And I'm here to tell you that staging can make or break a sale. I'm not kidding you. A lot of the pieces that I have sold here recently, and by recently, in the last couple years, the staging, the people that have bought the pieces have bought or asked if they could buy everything that the piece was staged with, if that makes sense. So if I have, let's just say it's a dresser and I have, let's say a picture on the wall, a basket on the floor, and then a couple of old books on the dresser, a vase or something. Let's just say that's what it was. I am getting asked now to buy all of the staging items as well as the piece. And so that just goes to show you that the staging is going to sell your piece, and it also it just paints the picture of how that piece could look in somebody's home or in somebody's business. I have had people that run coffee shops and have lobbies. A grocery store has bought some of my pieces. So it's not just homes, right? But it just kind of, the staging process shows them what the piece can look like in wherever they're putting it, whatever they're buying it for. So it is one of the most important parts of your flipping process. And it's actually, I love it because I get to hunt for different things to use in staging pieces. So thrift stores and yard sales are your friends for that. Obviously you can use what you have in your home already, and I do that a lot too, but I've gotten to the point now where people are asking to buy everything else in the photo too, or that's around the piece. So it's a great way to make some extra money with your flips. And so it's just, do not skip the staging process. And the staging process is not just, the vase you have on the dresser. So inside this mini course, you are going to use how to look, you are going to learn how to use lighting. Lighting is just as important as the decor you have around the piece you're selling. Hands down. There are definitely do's and don'ts that you want to do when it comes to lighting and staging your pieces. So I teach you how to do all of that inside this course. I also teach you what to use for decor and when you're staging. There are certain things that you definitely want to use, and this part of the course is going to actually give you items that you can just readily have available and may already have available that you just always know that you bring those out when you're staging a piece of furniture. I'm also going to talk to you about taking the pictures and the importance of that. What you should be taking pictures of, how you should be taking the pictures, because I'm telling you. And I've actually shared this before inside my private community, the difference between not staging and staging. Not only is the response time going to be 100 times faster, people are going to notice the staging and how it is wherever you're putting it. They're going to notice the things around it. You are sharing, you're kind of selling this whole, what do I want to say? Like scene, like you're selling this whole look, like this whole vibe when you're staging. And like I said, staging is lighting, the photos, the decor. You're selling this whole vibe. It's not just the piece itself. I mean, obviously that is what you're selling, but when you really take time to do staging right, the whole vibe you're selling is actually what's going to sell that dresser, if that makes sense. So it's so important to make this, to really put your effort into the staging process, because you could get done with a piece of furniture and really not love the makeover. Like you thought, you put a paint color on there that you really wanted to try and it was okay. You're painting it on, and then as it dried, the color, you just didn't know if you loved it, but you did not want to go through the whole process all over again. And so just by your staging and the way you present it, you may fall in love with it. And that has happened to me many times. And by that, you're worried about the color or the way the makeover went, or, you decided to stain the drawer fronts instead of paint them, or whatever it is. Just with the staging, you can make it look, so much better, and just sell the vibe and sell the feeling and the look of it by what is around it and how you're taking the photos, the lighting you're using, the room you put it in, like all the things. So definitely do not skip the staging process and have fun with it. Like, this is the funnest part of the process. Like, you get to decorate it and just, it may be a totally different style than you use in your home. So it gives you kind of this creative process of, okay, so like maybe you don't decorate with mid-century modern, and it's a mid-century modern piece because that's what is really, your market wants right now. And so you get to maybe you go out and you get to hunt a thrift store for mid-century modern pieces that you can kind of put around it. And it just, that kind of creative process is so much fun. And it's one of my favorite parts of flipping furniture. So I can stage all day long. It's one of my favorite parts, and definitely one, it's kind of like, I always say it's like the cleaning process. People overlook the importance of the cleaning process in flipping furniture, just as much as they will overlook the staging process. Like, it doesn't matter. I'm just going to throw this, I just did this whole makeover, and this dresser, I'm just going to put it in front of the garage door and it's going to sell. It may sell. And I'm not saying that they don't sell like that. But when I say like your response time, you will hear from people, depending on where you're selling and the platforms you're selling on. But when you really take the time to make it look its best and put, decor around it and just really set the scene, you will get, people reaching out to you a lot faster than if you just set it in front of a garage, right? It just doesn't give the same vibe, look, and feel that you want your customer to see and to feel when they see your piece. And so it's kind of like if you are somebody that, posts about recipes or food, right? So your photos, you want those photos to look so good that the people reading your blog or the people, on social media, whatever it is, that see those photos, they are tonight after work heading to the grocery store to get those ingredients because it looks so good on screen, the photos you took, that they're going to make it, right? It's the same kind of thing. So it's just like, magazines and, people, anything like visually like that, where you're trying to sell a scene, sell a piece of furniture, sell a recipe, you really want to dive deep into the photos you're taking, and make sure the background, the lighting, the decor, like all of that is in tune with what you're trying to sell, so that you make your customer want to buy it a lot faster. So do not skip this process. And I love talking about it. So this is a fun mini course that I put together for this process. If it's something that you need to do a little bit better on, or you think, okay, I really haven't paid much attention to the staging, maybe that'll make a big difference in my business, get this course because it goes over the essentials that you need to be thinking about with every piece that you make over, and how to present it to your audience in the best light. So like I said, we have a coupon code for all podcast listeners down in the show notes. Make sure you check that out. Share this podcast with anybody that maybe wants to hone in on their staging process, wants to get better at staging, is just starting out flipping furniture. This is an important part. So until next time, if you have any questions, I told you how to reach out to me at the beginning of this podcast. Please don't be quiet. The more I hear from you, the better. So then I know exactly what you need and how I can help you. So until next time, I hope you have a great day, and we'll talk soon. Hello, friends. Thank you so much for listening to the podcast. I'm grateful that you tune in every week and that you share the show with your family and friends. I love having creative chit chats with you, and my hope is that this podcast will inspire you to try a new project, start a DIY that you've been putting off, and decorate your home exactly how you want it. There are a few ways you can help us with the podcast. Follow the podcast so you don't miss an episode. And if you could take a few minutes to leave the podcast a review, that would help us so much. Again, thank you for being here, and I look forward to our chat next week. Bye-bye.